Entertainment companies are willing to revise history if it means making new content that might get views, and just a few days ago, I had to talk about Netflix's brand new docu-series that race swaps Cleopatra. The first trailer has gotten absolutely destroyed by people online, but it looks like a petition to have Netflix cancel it blew up, and Change.org actually took it down. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and to the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. Now, I wanted to start off with an article that kind of wraps up and summarizes the situation. If you don't know about it, my other video will be linked down below. But this is by Greek reporter, new Netflix documentary forgets Cleopatra was Greek. And I couldn't believe that I had to talk about this a couple of days ago. It is so absurd that one of the most well-documented women in history is now being race swapped. A new Netflix documentary, Queen Cleopatra, exploring the life of the legendary ruler of Egypt, has come under fire for historical revisionism. The documentary has been criticized for blackwashing due to the decision to depict her as black despite the historical figure being of Greek descent. I truly cannot believe that entertainment companies are willing to revise history if it means potentially making a few extra dollars because you get a few more people watching your content. Netflix specifically has done this. The most recent time was actually with Vikings Valhalla because they actually race and gender swapped a few characters, but I've also talked about something like Anne Boleyn. It was a TV series that, of course, they race swapped Anne Boleyn, but that was a little bit different because it was a dramatized version of her life. It wasn't supposed to be a documentary, but in this case with Queen Cleopatra, it is supposed to be a documentary. It says the series, which is narrated and produced by Jada Pinkett Smith, focuses on Cleopatra's reign during the 1st century BC and her relationships with the equally famous Roman generals Mark Antony and Julius Caesar. I wish that I could say I was surprised that Jada Pinkett Smith is behind this, but I'm not. Even if something will be wildly controversial, she is willing to jump into it because she simply wants attention. Of course, historically speaking, she was a descendant of Ptolemy Soter, a Macedonian Greek general who served alongside Alexander the Great and founded the Ptolemaic kingdom in Egypt after Alexander's death. Now, of course, I'm not going to go into the very long history of Queen Cleopatra, but she is an extremely well-documented figure. Now, talking about Change.org. Of course, this series infuriated people. The trailer has hundreds and thousands of dislikes on YouTube. People are very upset over this, but Change.org actually removed a petition to stop Netflix's Queen Cleopatra. So it says the petition to cancel the new documentary was started by a few users for falsifying history, and according to the petition's founders, it was created by Egyptians who felt that Egyptian history was being misrepresented. It is sad to see so many people so upset over this because, yes, your history should not be falsified. Your history should not be revised for entertainment purposes. It says, though, Cleopatra, of course, was born in Alexandria, Egypt, in the Ptolemaic dynasty to Greek descent. She was not black. This is in no way against black people and is simply a wake-up call to preserve the history and the integrity of the Egyptians and the Greeks. The reason this is so baffling to me is the fact that there are so many historical African figures that they could do docuseries like this on. A lot of people don't know about a lot of historical events or figures from Africa, and this is a perfect chance to tell those stories, and it would benefit all of us to do that so that we can learn more about this continent. But instead, they chose not to do that and chose to use a well-known historical figure and present that figure using a pseudo-historical theory as part of what? Some DEI initiative because they feel saying the name Cleopatra is more recognizable than actually trying to figure out how to market someone that most of us might not have heard of but deserve to know about. Look, this isn't an alternate history or fiction-based series. It presents this information as fact, which is a major problem. It says, though, that the organization has emailed change.org but has yet to receive a reply, and this actually had over 85,000 signatures from people all over the world in less than 2 days, but for some unknown reason it has been removed from the change.org platform. It just says this petition isn't available, it violated our community guidelines, so we don't know at this point in time why it was removed. But of course, one of the major ways individuals have a way to signal to companies that they don't like a product is signing petitions like this. Of course, a lot of the times they don't really care and they don't listen because they've already produced the content, so they're going to release it because they already spent money on it. But it's still worth a shot, and of course, one of those major ways is now being taken down. And of course, the YouTube trailer is not going well for them because it is sitting at 1.7 million views in 4 days, but the likes to dislikes are abysmal. 21,000 likes to 220,000 dislikes. I'm surprised that Netflix has not shut the comments off either, because there's over 26,000 of them currently, and no one in the comment section is being positive. Everyone is absolutely destroying this trailer and this series. The top comment says, "She was Greek. This isn't The Little Mermaid, it's history." And that's true. We have seen so many companies twist fictional characters that we all know and do love. And of course, the argument is that it's fictional. It doesn't matter. But this is a whole nother story because this is history. Of course, the Rings of Power comment format is here. I really love the part where Cleopatra did a backflip, snapped the bad guy's neck, and saved the day. So brave, so historically accurate. It's like they don't care about historical accuracy anymore, which is just so depressing. I love the part when Cleopatra said, "I have a dream," true historical legacy. People are also saying things like, "This trailer made me literally cry. I've spent years in university understanding, studying, analyzing ancient texts and more. Seeing this as an actual insult to historians. This trailer hurts me deeply knowing that the thousands of dollars that I spent on my education mean absolutely nothing compared to someone who's famous for literally nothing. I have never felt so insulted. You bring someone's grandma in and they have an input on actual history for what?" And yes, we do see in the trailer that Jada Pinkett Smith's grandmother is part of this series, giving her 2 cents, which I do completely agree is an actual insult to historians. Netflix didn't care, though. They just care about entertainment, and they don't care if they have to twist a couple of historical facts, which is absurd. But yes, right now, the backlash is still going on. It is still massive for Netflix and this series, and Change.org has now removed a petition with over 85,000 signatures to stop Netflix's Queen Cleopatra. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.